Silence is a punishment sharper than any spoken insult. It arrives without sound. It arrives without warning. You expect a fight. You expect heat. You expect the familiar clash. You offer none. What happens then? The room tilts. The air rearranges itself. People search for the argument. They find only a quiet wall. That quiet becomes a mirror. It reflects their hunger back at them. It reveals what they need. It reveals what they fear. Silence is not absence. It is a verdict a child learns early. Noise wins attention. Crying gets the toy. Shouting changes the rules. So we learn to raise our voices. We learn to match the volume. We learn to argue to be seen. But sometimes silence is taught too. A parent looks away. A parent refuses to engage. The child feels the absence. It is a punishment. It is precise. It teaches control. It teaches that presence can be withheld. We carry that lesson forward. We carry the memory of being invisible. So when someone provokes us later, we expect the old script. We expect to fight. We expect to be heard. We expect validation. Then the Stoics appear. Marcus Aurelius sits in his tent. He watches insults like rain. He does not step into puddles. Seneca writes by candlelight. He warns against being owned by anger. Epictetus speaks of assent. He says you choose your response. They did not teach silence as surrender. They taught silence as sovereignty. Silence becomes discipline. Silence becomes a fortress. Why let another spend your energy? Why hand them your currency? Reaction is a currency. Spend it with care. The Stoics made absence an act. They turned quiet into moral muscle. They taught that not answering is power. Modern science confirms the old lesson. The amygdala flares like a warning light. Words trigger chemical storms. Adrenaline floods the body. Cortisol sharpens the senses. We become weapons and targets. The prefrontal cortex can calm the storm. It needs time. Silence buys that time. Therapists call it emotional regulation. Negotiators call it de-escalation. Couples learn it in therapy rooms. Why then does silence feel like punishment? Because humans expect reciprocity. We mirror tone and tempo. We match anger with anger. When we do not, discomfort grows. Discomfort becomes pressure. Pressure demands release, often through argument. Silence resists that release. It forces the brain to wait. It forces the other to find themselves. Silence becomes a mirror. It forces projection. The other fills the void. They invent reasons to speak. They escalate to justify themselves. They reveal their worst parts. Anger grows louder. Accusation becomes elaborate. Why does this happen? Because silence refuses validation. Validation is the oxygen of conflict. Without it, the story suffocates. The person arguing becomes unmoored. They search for anchors. They demand witnesses. They need allies. Silence denies both. It is a punishment, not inflicted with malice, but inflicted by absence. It is surgical. It leaves no visible scars, only the memory of exposure, only the knowledge that the performance failed, and that knowledge stings. There is a cruelty in this tactic. It is quiet and precise. It is not always noble. It can be weaponized, used to control, used to punish, used to isolate. When silence is wielded to harm, it becomes emotional abuse. It fractures trust. It creates doubt. It teaches fear. So intention matters. Is silence chosen for clarity or chosen for control? Is it a shield or a blade? Ask yourself, who benefits from your quiet? Who is harmed by it? There is also a strange mercy in silence. It can stop escalation. It can prevent regret. It can preserve dignity. It can allow thought to return. It can let anger cool. It can let truth surface. Sometimes the loudest person is the weakest. They need noise to prove themselves. Silence strips that away. It leaves them naked. It forces them to face their own echo. What do they do then? Do they change? Do they retreat? Do they double down? Try it once. Stay silent when provoked. Hold your breath. Hold your words. Watch the room change. Watch the tempo shift. Notice the small things, the hands that fidget, the throat that clears, the eyes that search for allies. Notice the story unravel. Notice the person reveal themselves. What did you feel? Power? Guilt? Relief? Fear? All of it is valid. Do not confuse silence with cowardice. Do not confuse it with indifference. It is a choice, a deliberate refusal to feed flames. It is a test. It is a mirror held up. It asks, who are you without my reaction? It asks, what do you become alone? Sometimes silence heals. Sometimes it wounds. Sometimes it teaches. Sometimes it punishes. Which outcome do you accept? Which outcome do you want? If you stayed silent today, tell me what happened. Describe the room. Describe the change. Did they soften? Did they rage? Did you feel lighter? Did you feel hollow? Subscribe for more quiet examinations. Comment one moment you stayed silent. Describe what happened in one sentence. Did they change? Did you? Silence is a weapon. Silence is a lesson. Use it wisely.